Hello everyone, let's see about Coxsackie family. So what does Coxsackie A, Coxsackie B cause? Coxsackie A causes the most common, most pathognomic disease. I just love this disease, hand, foot, mouth disease. So there is nothing much to remember. Here the hand is affected, the foot is affected and the mouth is affected. So when all three are affected, it is hand, foot, mouth disease, and that is caused by Coxsackie A. What is Coxsackie A? Coxsackie A is an RNA virus. Is hand, foot, mouth disease benign or malignant? It is benign. It is caused by an infective source, and since it is caused by an infective source, of course, obvious it is contagious. You should know Coxsackie A also causes another condition, that is herpangina. What is herpangina? Herpangina is posterior oropharyngeal vesicles. So when we see posterior oropharyngeal vesicles, that is known as herpangina, and the most common cause is Coxsackie A. This herpangina may or may not be associated with hand, foot, mouth disease, because Coxsackie can cause both can be associated or it can present separately. The second one is about Coxsackie B. Coxsackie B is totally different. It affects the heart. It is more oriented to the organs. It affects the heart and it can result in dilated cardiomyopathy. It affects the intercostal muscles, thereby resulting in pleurodynia. You should be aware that pleurodynia has nothing to do with pleura. It is that condition which affects the intercostal muscles. So it can even cause pleurodynia, and it can affect the pancreas and can lead to type 1 diabetes mellitus. So this is about Coxsackie A and Coxsackie B. In addition, you should know about Herpes Labialis, because you need to differentiate Coxsackie A and Herpes Labialis. Herpes Labialis, herpes, the word says that it is because of herpes simplex virus. Labialis means that it is that vesicles which occurs in the lips, and because it is a viral condition and it is occurring in the lips, the virus is being draining to the nearby lymph nodes, and it is almost always associated with cervical lymph node enlargement. Here in Herpes Labialis as well as in Coxsackie, you will be having this vesicles, but when it is associated with the lips, it is mostly because of herpes simplex virus. Coxsackie is mostly associated with the posterior thing. So it doesn't affect the lips that much as frequently as the Herpes Labialis. This is a distinguishing feature, and this can be asked in NBNB exams too. You need to be careful about it. How do you treat it? The treatment is with antiviral, because Herpes Labialis is caused by herpes simplex virus, and that is the acyclovir. What is the mechanism of acyclovir? I am sorry, I need to tell you all this because all these have been asked in the exams. Mechanism of acyclovir is inhibition of the DNA polymerase. So how does inhibition of DNA polymerase prevent it? Because DNA polymerase is that enzyme which will help to build blocks in the DNA. So it will help to keep building blocks and building the DNA of the virus. So when that DNA polymerase is stopped or it's prevented by acyclovir, then the viral replication doesn't happen, and therefore that is a treatment for Herpes Labialis. Sometimes the virus can produce resistance to acyclovir. How? By altering its thymidine kinase. When the virus alters its own thymidine kinase, then acyclovir cannot act on it as it used to be, and therefore acyclovir resistance can happen. This is in short about these conditions. I hope this is helpful to you. Thank you for listening all this while.